All right, tech enthusiasts, buckle up because we're diving headfirst into the wild world of AI hype. Last week, a new platform called Manus exploded onto the scene, promising to revolutionize everything we know about human-machine collaboration. I'm talking Taylor Swift concert levels of frenzy. But is this the real deal, or are we just being played by clever marketing? That's what we're going to find out. Is Manus really China's next DeepSeek moment, or is it all just smoke and mirrors? Let's get into it. The hype around Manus is insane. The head of product at Hugging Face called it the most impressive AI tool I've ever tried. An AI policy researcher described it as the most sophisticated computer using AI. And get this, the official Discord server blew up to over 138,000 members in just a few days. People are reportedly selling invite codes for thousands of dollars on Chinese reseller apps. Thousands. The question is, does this hype actually match the reality? Because, honestly, that's where things get a little murky. Let's peel back the layers. Here's the thing. Manus wasn't built from scratch. Social media reports suggest that it's a combination of existing and fine-tuned AI models, including Anthropic's Claude and Alibaba's Qwen. It uses these to perform tasks like drafting research reports and analyzing financial filings. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. Smart companies build on existing tech all the time. But the butterfly effect, the Chinese company behind Manus, is making some pretty wild claims on their website. They're talking about Manus buying real estate and programming video games. Seriously? And it gets even bolder. Yichao Peak G, a research lead from Manus, even implied in a viral video that the platform is superior to other agentic tools like OpenAI's Deep Research and Operator. He claimed that Manus outperforms Deep Research on a popular benchmark for general AI assistants called GAI, which tests an AI's ability to carry out work by browsing the web, using software, and more. G said, and I quote, "Manus isn't just another chatbot or workflow. It's a completely autonomous agent that bridges the gap between conception and execution. We see it as the next paradigm of human-machine collaboration." That's a big statement. But here's where the rubber meets the road. Early users are saying that Manus isn't the miracle cure it's being made out to be. Alexander Doria, the co-founder of AI startup Plias, said he encountered error messages and endless loops while testing Manus. Other users have pointed out that it makes mistakes on factual questions, doesn't consistently cite its work, and often misses information that's easily found online. So, not exactly the seamless, autonomous agent we were promised, right? I decided to try it out myself. I gave Manus what I thought was a pretty straightforward task: order a fried chicken sandwich from a top-rated fast food joint in my delivery range. After 10 minutes, Manus crashed. On the second attempt, it found a menu item that met my criteria, but it couldn't complete the ordering process or provide a checkout link. Seriously? This is the next paradigm of human-machine collaboration? I think not. I then asked Manus to book a flight from NYC to Japan, business class, prioritizing price and flexible dates. It served up links to fares across several airline websites and airfare search engines, some of which were even broken. I then asked it to reserve a table for one at a restaurant within walking distance. It failed. So, I told the platform to build a Naruto-inspired fighting game. It errored out half an hour in. At that point, I threw in the towel. This is not impressive. This is frustrating. To be fair, I reached out to Manus for comment, and a spokesperson told TechCrunch that they're a small team focused on improving Manus and making AI agents that actually help users solve problems. They also said that the primary goal of the current closed beta is to stress test various parts of the system and identify issues. That's understandable. Every product has its bugs and glitches, especially in its early stages. But the question is, does the underlying technology justify the hype surrounding Manus? So, if Manus is falling short of its technical promises, why did it blow up? Several factors contributed. First, the exclusivity created by a scarcity of invites certainly played a role. It's the classic velvet rope effect. If you can't get in, you want it even more. Chinese media was quick to tout Manus as an AI breakthrough, with one publication calling it the pride of domestic products. And AI influencers on social media spread misinformation about Manus capabilities. One widely shared video showed a desktop program, supposedly Manus, taking action across multiple smartphone apps. But the research lead, G, confirmed that the video wasn't a demo of Manus. So, yeah, a bit misleading. Other influential AI accounts on X sought to draw comparisons between Manus and Chinese AI company DeepSeek, comparisons that aren't necessarily rooted in fact. The butterfly effect didn't develop any in-house models, unlike DeepSeek. And while DeepSeek made many of its technologies openly available, Manus hasn't, at least not quite yet. It's important to remember that not all AI breakthroughs are created equal. DeepSeek was a genuine step forward in AI research. Manus, at this stage, just doesn't seem to be in the same league. Now, to be fair to the butterfly effect, Manus is in very early access. The company claims it's working to scale computing capacity and fix issues as they're reported. And that's a valid point. Every product starts somewhere, and it's important to give companies the space to iterate and improve. But as the platform currently exists, Manus appears to be a case of hype running ahead of technological innovation. The gap between expectation and reality is pretty wide right now. Think of it like this. It's like ordering a self-driving car and getting a really fancy remote-controlled toy. Cool, but not quite the same thing. Let's get a little technical for a second. Manus is being touted as an agentic AI platform. What does that mean? In essence, it's supposed to be an AI that can autonomously perform tasks, make decisions, and learn from its experiences. This usually involves a combination of large language models, LLMs, reinforcement learning, and various tools for interacting with the real world, like web browsers and APIs. The key here is the agent's ability to plan, execute, and adapt. Now, based on what we've seen, Manus seems to be struggling with the execute and adapt parts. It relies heavily on existing LLMs like Claude and Qwen, but it doesn't seem to have a robust planning or error recovery mechanism. This is a common challenge in agentic AI. Building a truly autonomous agent is incredibly difficult because it requires solving complex problems in areas like knowledge representation, reasoning, and human-computer interaction. A relevant paper here is Chain of Thought Prompting Elicits Reasoning in Large Language Models by Wei et al., 2022, which highlights the importance of structured reasoning in AI agents. Manus needs to up its reasoning game. Another technical challenge for Manus is task decomposition. In order to accomplish complex goals, an agent needs to be able to break them down into smaller, manageable steps. Think about ordering a fried chicken sandwich. It involves understanding the user's intent, finding relevant restaurants, browsing menus, selecting an item, entering payment information, and confirming the order. Each of these steps requires different skills and tools. If the agent fails at any one of these steps, the entire process breaks down. Based on my experience, Manus is struggling with this task decomposition process. It can find a menu item, but it can't complete the ordering process. This suggests that it lacks a robust task management system and the ability to handle errors gracefully. This is a crucial area for improvement. Finally, Manus needs to improve its tool use. Agentic AI platforms rely on various tools to interact with the real world, such as web browsers, APIs, and search engines. But these tools are often unreliable and can produce unexpected results. The agent needs to be able to handle these failures and adapt its strategy accordingly. For example, if a website is down or an API is unavailable, the agent needs to be able to find an alternative. Based on my experience, Manus is struggling with this as well. When it served up broken links to airline fares, it didn't seem to have a backup plan. It just gave up. This suggests that it needs to improve its ability to handle failures and adapt its tool use strategy. Now, some might argue that I'm being too harsh on Manus. It's still in early access, after all, and the company is promising to improve it. That's a fair point. But here's the thing. The hype surrounding Manus is so intense that it's important to temper expectations. We've seen this happen before with other AI products. Companies make bold claims, generate a lot of buzz, and then fail to deliver on their promises. It's important to be skeptical and to evaluate these products based on their actual performance, not just their marketing materials. And remember, even if Manus does improve, it still needs to address the fundamental technical challenges of building a truly autonomous agent. So, how can we verify the claims surrounding Manus? One way is to compare its performance against other agentic AI platforms on standardized benchmarks. The GA benchmark mentioned earlier is a good starting point, but it's also important to evaluate Manus on real-world tasks like ordering food, booking flights, and building video games. And it's crucial to assess its ability to handle errors and adapt its strategy. Another way to verify the claims is to examine the underlying technology. Is Manus truly innovative, or is it just a clever combination of existing technologies? Does it have a robust planning and error recovery mechanism? Does it handle tool use effectively? These are all questions that we can answer through careful analysis and experimentation. And that's exactly what we're going to continue doing. So, what does this all mean for the future of AI agents? Well, it suggests that we're still a long way from building truly autonomous agents that can seamlessly perform complex tasks. The technical challenges are significant, and it's important to be realistic about what these platforms can actually do. But it also highlights the potential of agentic AI. If we can solve these technical challenges, we could unlock a new era of human-machine collaboration. Imagine having an AI assistant that can truly understand your needs and proactively help you achieve your goals. That's the promise of agentic AI. But it's a promise that we need to approach with caution and skepticism. Don't believe the hype. Demand evidence. And always remember that the most important thing is to focus on building AI that actually helps people solve real problems. In conclusion, while Manus has generated a lot of buzz, it appears to be a case of hype running ahead of technological innovation. It's important to be skeptical of bold claims and to evaluate AI products based on their actual performance. The technical challenges of building truly autonomous agents are significant, and we're still a long way from achieving that goal. But the potential is there. And with continued research and development, we could unlock a new era of human-machine collaboration. What do you think? Is Manus the real deal, or is it just smoke and mirrors? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth analysis of the latest AI trends. Thanks for watching.